Hey there again. I'm coming back at you regarding these uncertain times that we are all navigating. So don't feel like you're alone because you're not. And I think we are all experiencing some sort of life changes. And it may not be easy, but you can get through this with planning and learning how to shut some things out and not get too busy or consumed with the world. And what I mean by that, all the different messages and so on that you may receive on your phone, emails, and so on. We have to just learn to take everything in doses, like they say, everything in moderation. Well, hello. If this is your first time here, I'm Veronica, and I talk about things to help people navigate life changes during these uncertain times. So, welcome. If you're coming back for another dose, welcome. So, first off, I want to start talking about the different ways that you can save and try and bring in extra income because that seems to be the topic of discussion for lots of people. Things are tough. People are losing jobs left and right. People are obtaining jobs that are not necessarily paying enough to make ends meet. However, we may hear in our news feeds that things are the opposite. But I'm sure you have discernment and you know when you're being gaslit. So, with that being said, I want to start off with the topic of food and how you can try and save. So, first off, if you're not a couponer, it's time to become one. It's not hard. It's something that you can do when you're, you know, standing in line if you shop in person, when you're at the doctor's office and you're waiting, or if you're at the DMV and you're waiting to be called, you can download the different apps for the stores that you shop at, and you can clip those coupons, and they really do help. Just think of it as another source of digital money. And it really helps. Also, there's an app that I like. It's called Rakuten. That way, if you're shopping online, you're going to get cash back on things that you already buy. And I'm going to list my website in the description so you can find the links there. So, getting back to the coupons for grocery shopping, that's one way. And also Fetch. Fetch is another app where you can snap the receipts of the things that you purchase, or you can even, shop from that app. There's other ways to make money there by playing different games and so on. And yes, I'll be all over the place, but we'll get to the destination. Also, there is focusgroup.com, and that is another good site for doing focus groups and doing surveys, but they're not BS surveys. These are legitimate surveys, and you do get paid. I've done a focus group and different surveys, and they pay in the form of gift cards of your choice. So, not a bad deal there. So, as far as the food, also, you're not a gardener, time to become one. Start planning from your kitchen scraps. So, the different things that you're going to throw away, the ends of those carrots, the seeds from that bell pepper, the ends of those green onions. Time to start tossing those in some water, or if you can, toss them directly into some quality soil, or even consider composting. If you're not ready for gardening, you can throw it in a compost bin or pile, and that can create soil. I have videos on how to start gardening, and how to start gardening from your kitchen scraps. But definitely, you want to use those coupons. You want to look for things they already have on sale, and then compound it with the coupons. You may have to start getting things that are less costly, stocking up on things like your rice, your potatoes, anything that's on sale, but things that are in bulk like that, but yet they're filling. You want to, start getting into that. And maybe if you are a meat eater, less meat. Maybe you're making more soups, or maybe you're just flavoring a dish with some of the meats. But you definitely want to start with cutting the budget on food. And another thing is, if you're going to buy in bulk and say you're not going to use it right away, you can portion it out, get you some freezer bags, or if you have other freezer containers, like for example, if it's meat, wash the meat, season it, and portion it out. That way, when you take it out, it's not, you're just waiting for it to defrost, and you're not having to wait for it to defrost, wash, and season. And it tastes a lot better when the seasoning has had a chance to go through. But some of the top items that are usually, pretty inexpensive and you can stretch are things like pasta. You can make your own tomato sauce. Don't know how? Just comment and I'll give you a simple recipe. Start making your own breads, not, hard. Just a few ingredients, something as simple as like flour, salt, a little bit of sugar, some yeast, or you can start with your sourdough starter, your discard. Not up on that, go ahead and comment. I'll get you up to speed on that. But there are so many ways that you can cut this budget and be able to make ends meet. Also, if you're wanting to get more income, like I mentioned, the apps, you want to start those things that are laying around, but you're not going to use them. You haven't used them in years. And for my people that are investing in these storage units and got 2, 3, 4, 5 storage units, stuff you don't even know what's in there, been in there for years, look at the thousands of dollars you're spending. Some things are replaceable. I understand some things are sentimental, but it's time to start considering letting that stuff go. Let someone else use it. Let someone else have those books. Let someone else, if the clothes are in good condition or shoes are in good condition, let someone else have it. Those old electronics that you're not using, you know, recycle, reuse, repurpose. That's going to help our planet too, because the less that we throw, in the dump, that doesn't, it avoids the earth from, heating up. Yes, I'm off on one of my tangents. That's another thing on composting, recycle, reuse, repurpose. But getting back to those things you have around the house, time to start getting rid of them and get some extra cash. If you have other hobbies that you do, say that, not a lot of people like to sew anymore. Nobody likes to make alterations. You know how to do that. You enjoy that. You love doing that. Hey, start putting the word out. Start, getting some income from that. You do pet sitting, you do house sitting. There are sites for pet sitting and house sitting. I'll list my link for that too. Childcare, there's, just so many different things. And even if you don't want to charge, say you want to barter, you have a neighbor that works on cars, but maybe he's a single dad, has 3 kids. Hey, I can, help with the kids if you can help me with my car. I think you guys are getting the picture. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. But it's time to save, it's time to make things stretch, so you're not spending a lot of your energy worrying about how you're going to make ends meet. You got this and you have support. So check out my website, www.softerlifebeyondtrauma.com. And yes, we are dealing with trauma with the current situation of the world. So that's what I focus on. All right, I will catch you in the next one. Remember to be blessed and be a blessing to others and share that beautiful smile with everyone you come in contact with.